going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Kind of a nightmare. I mean, what's your reaction to this, and how did you make the decision to move to the Bahamas of all the options out there?
So, I think that we've been looking at the Bahamas for a while. They're one of the first countries to roll out any comprehensive regulation for cryptocurrencies, which we think is extremely important for the space and a really positive sign. We are regulated there by the Securities Commission.
We already know that with Stripe Connect, those writing paid newsletters and distributing through Twitter can get paid in Bitcoin. Well, that's very interesting, very interesting. We know that Twitter is a verification platform, and Elon Musk wants to make it more democratic than it is right now. So a verification platform, well, think about verifying digital assets. That's a perfect place to make that happen. So I think it could get pretty exciting.
She also talked about some of the stocks in ARK's ETF. She called the past year for innovation stocks, quote, murderous. Anyway.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have the crypto event in the Bahamas. And you're talking about some big names and a lot of Wall Street guys. We know Wall Street heads have been moving over to crypto at a fast pace. And then also, we know the legacy market is going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. But we have FTX that already moved to the Bahamas. That's how you have to connect the dots. That's the reason why this event is in the Bahamas. Remember, they were doing crypto trading in China. And then once the crackdown comes, and then they say, we was planning this ahead of time. Because, guys, we know it's all part of a plan. And we have Cathie Woods say what I've been saying for years, that Twitter is the perfect verification platform. We know Twitter, Facebook, Instagram is the KYC. It's already built in. And don't forget, I did the actual video on one of the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club saying that that's all these NFTs are identity. You can be whoever you want to be. You heard that right. But guys, we know when it comes to these platforms, you have the social credit, social shopping, working, and then you're going to be paid with digital currencies on this platform. And that's the reason why the puppet Michael Saylor always say that this is digital property, money in cyberspace. And guys, because we're going into the bear market, we have retail investors that will never ever come back. The same way with the stock market. We see billions and trillions traded on a daily basis. The Fed is going to bring stocks and cryptos to its knees. And because the masses don't understand the plan of the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy and the sheep go inside the metaverse, they are missing out on the greatest transfer of wealth. Remember, the NWO uses problem, reaction, solution. And that solution is cryptocurrencies, used by these robots, algorithms, and drones. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Report out today points to the growing popularity of cryptocurrency, so much so that many investors believe it may replace traditional avenues of investing. Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Alexandra Semenova, who's here with me at the desk. So what does the data say?
Well, Akiko, yet another survey out underscoring the institutional momentum of crypto. About 80% of institutional investors reporting that they believe crypto will replace traditional asset classes in the next decade. A really big deal here when you think about the responses that would come of this about a year ago. Sentiment is really changing around crypto among smart money. But even more significant here is that 70% of institutional investors said that they believe crypto is a trustworthy investment, and 68% are recommending crypto as part of an investment strategy. So pretty stunning how it's come to, the center of mainstream investing in such a short period of time. When you think back, just a few months ago, the responses would have been much, much different.
Yeah, and it feels like we get so many of these surveys that point to this growth in this space. But what are some of the big name investors that are either getting into the space now or increasing their exposure to crypto?
Yeah, well, beyond these surveys, we're seeing anecdotal evidence of this too very much. Just the other day, we had news that Fidelity was now allowing, clients to invest in crypto as part of their 401k plans, which is a huge deal. In September of 2021, we had the Fairfax County retirement system say that they're going to make an allocation to crypto, and everyone kind of gawked at that, thinking that it was such a huge deal to be investing retirement assets into such a skeptical asset class, into such a risky asset class. But now this is becoming more widespread. You had BlackRock recently in its earnings call saying that they're learning about crypto and they're going to do more as client demand there increases.
Yeah, I mean, the pension funds have always been sort of that next leg up, and you're saying some of these retirement funds are already getting into it. What are you hearing from some of these investors? I mean, is this just pressure from clients who are saying we want more exposure to crypto? Is it about using this as a hedge? What's the strategy?
It's definitely a combination of both. There's definitely more client demand as you see the opportunities that are emerging in crypto. But at the same time, on the investor side, they have clients that they know that they're going to miss out on opportunities if they don't go in on crypto, and there's so much room to capitalize on it. And it's kind of an element of FOMO there as well.
Yeah, even if it's just a little exposure, at least.
Powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.